Hey guys, what's up? Yahash, we're here with Simple Keys. Welcome back to another video. In this lesson, I'm going to be teaching you some tips to help you better understand talk music. This is a very popular request, and I get this all the time. And I thought I'd share some simple tips to help you understand talk music a lot better. I did make a video some time back, but what I'm going to do in this video is give you like a step-by-step formula to help you understand how to play talk music, because it's really not that complicated, but you do need to have some foundational stuff set up first before it can actually make sense. And what I'm talking about here is having a solid foundation to scales, understanding all 12 keys, understanding chords, how to play extended chords, how to play some fat chords, altered chords, and also understanding progressions and how to jump in between keys, between chords and movements, and then understanding how to play songs. And if you have all these things under your belt, learning talk music is a breeze. Now, if you don't have a good solid foundation and all the stuff I just mentioned, a lot of this stuff typically goes over your head. If you're looking to understand what talk music is and how to play it, it becomes a little bit more of a challenge because you don't have a way to connect all the dots. You don't have a good solid foundation. You don't know the keys, you don't know the scales, you don't know the chords that kind of work together, you don't know the progressions that work together. So you might be seeing talk music as the end result, but you haven't done the work to learn the first 4 steps. Now, if you haven't learned how to play in all 12 keys, I do have a guide that walks you through all 12 major and minor keys, so you can find that at the site. You can go ahead and check that out. And if you also want to learn the music learning process, which I break down step by step, I do have a program called Master the Piano that you can download from the site. I'll walk you through each section, the fundamentals, chords, progressions, and how to break down songs. And if you want to take your playing to the next level, learn a whole bunch of songs, which is, in my opinion, one of the best ways to learn how to play talk music is learn by playing other songs, and then you combine ideas from all the songs that you've learned to create movements which help you create talk music. So if you want to learn more about how to do that, I also highly recommend joining the Simple Keys Lab. It's going to be one of the best resources out there to help you learn some of your favorite songs, but also teach you more chord movements and a direct application of what you learned from the guides. So go ahead and check that out. Now what I'm going to do is going to use a very simple song, a song that we all know. I like to use nursery rhymes, even though they sound very simple and very basic. They can teach you some very important concepts about talk music because it's really not that complicated, but you need to have a good understanding of music under your belt for it to really sound good and make sense. So here's an example. So last time I made a video with Twinkle Twinkle, I'm going to use the same song just to help you get a reference point. Now, usually these concepts are used more in, let's say, wedding settings, or you can find them in services. These are like moments where you can kind of just share your thoughts, your feelings about somebody, or you can also have this in between a sermon, just to kind of fill some space, fill up the room, so it's not necessarily lacking. All right, so what I'm going to give you here is some tools and some concepts to help you understand talk music a lot better. So last time I used Twinkle Twinkle, I'm going to use it again, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to play around the song. I'm not going to play directly so you know the song. I'm sure you probably know it, but I'm going to play around it so you can kind of hear some ideas around talk music. So let's get right into it. It's going to sound like this. Now that's just an idea just to show you how I mess around with something as simple as Twinkle Twinkle. You probably heard it earlier on, but then I switched it up later. So I'm just using an idea from that song and then playing around it and creating my own movement. So one of the easier ways to learn how to play talk music is start off with some very simple progressions. So I would say with a 6-4-1-5 chord progression would be an example. So we can go. Something as simple as that. So 6, 4, 1. So you can use that. You can use that as like a starting point if you wanted to. If you don't know much about talk music, you can mess around with this. Now, I won't go deep into the chords because I'm assuming you probably know a little bit about chords, but if you don't, this is what I mean, is that you have to understand how to play chords for this stuff to kind of make sense. But talk music is very simple, and there are different settings that you can use it for. I'm using the exact same chord progression, but playing it differently. Then I can mess around and go into different things. I can go. All right. Now going back to Twinkle Twinkle so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. So. Or you can go. Now I wouldn't play this because everyone knows the melody, but what I can do is go. So it's probably not as pronounced the second time I played it, but because this is a very popular song, everyone would know it. It can also be distracting, so you have to be a little bit mindful of like when you put this in. So I'd never play it like that. So that's why I kind of go. So these are just some ideas, and if you guys want like a step-by-step tutorial on maybe a movement that I'm doing here, let me know in the comment section. But I wanted just to give you some ideas to understand what talk music is like, what it's about, to get a better understanding of it. And if you want to learn more of these movements, start with some very simple chord progressions. Don't overcomplicate it. 6/4, 1, 5. So we're going to end this video here. I don't want to make it too long. I just wanted to give you some tips to help you get a better understanding of talk music. You need to have a solid foundation. You need to have the notes, the scales, understand chords, how to break down progressions and songs. Have a lot of songs under your belt, because you can pick out ideas from all these songs that you learn and then create your own sound and movements of what you want to create. So that's pretty much like the premise of this video. And then over time, I'm also going to start showing you some tips of different things you can do while playing talk music. So now this video is just to give you an overarching view of how to play talk music. In the upcoming videos, I'm going to be teaching you techniques and movements to sound more sweet behind the keys. So we're going to end this video here. Let me know if you like this. Leave your feedback in the comment section. I'm going to see you in the next one. Y'all take care. Peace.